Do you see ChatGPT as a liar? It's true that some of the answers that we get are fake or sometimes are false. It's the same when we use Google. Sometimes the information that GPT gets from internet are not that reliable. So it's true that sometimes we got that. It's true. Sorry. What I want to highlight is that we are in control. So we make the questions. We are in charge. As Spider-Man's uncle said before once, with great power comes great responsibility. And here is absolutely the same. The big power we have with this fantastic tool is on our hands, but we have the responsibility to use and to choose the right questions. Sorry. My name is Fernando Matos. I'm president of the Data Science Portuguese Association and co-founder of Closer Consulting. I'm very glad to see this room full of real people. The last sessions we had, last insights, we were sort of hybrid and remote, and it's really cool to see you again here, and very proud of that. So recently I launched a podcast. Manuel said that you are all invited to join, precisely with this topic, ask the right questions, which is really important on these days. We are witnessing a time of significant instability for companies. As you may know, we are facing a lot of changes, and everything is running too much fast. So we pass COVID, it wasn't a long time ago. Now we have a war, inflation and interest rates are growing and increasing dramatically. Technology is evolving faster than ever before. And we have companies right now struggling to bring people to the office again. The motivation is increasing, so there's burnouts and attrition rate. So more than ever, productivity is a huge challenge on the companies. In the middle of these challenges, there's a big elephant, Gen AI. Gen AI will not solve all those challenges, but in terms of productivity, it's a real booster and it will help a lot. So generative AI's impact on productivity could have trillions of dollars in value to the global economy. We got that from a McKinsey report very recently, and I really believe that it's true. No doubts from that, but generative AI is not a magic pill. It's not a solution for everything, but actually I think it could help in almost everything. So one of the first major disruptions that AI brought to us was ranking, the content ranking. Every time you use Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Netflix, all the content you use are chosen by an AI algorithm. Most of the time, not because it's good for you or because it's your preference, but because it's optimized to maximize someone's revenue, profit, or your attrition. That already has a tremendous impact on our society today. So now we are facing a new disruption when, since most of the content that from now on will be created by Gen AI. Probably in 2 years, we will have to take something like 20 minutes to write a prompt to create Hollywood quality movie. Maybe it will take 1 minute to render, and we can watch the movie. Perhaps it was created just for one person to watch. That's what the evolution of technology is telling us. So all leaders must understand the potential of Gen AI. I see a lot of companies with dozens of initiatives, some struggling to get the right and ideas to new use cases. But I see a lot of business leaders also that didn't wake up for this matter yet. So let's pause for a moment. I want to do an exercise with you. When do you think it's healthiest to eat a salad in a meal? Before the main course, during or with the main course, or after the main course? I asked ChatGPT, but I did 3 different prompts. And of course, I influence the answers, but I ask why it's better to eat a salad before the meal, the main course, during or after the main course. And of course, the answers were pretty much different. In fact, it's very interesting because the arguments, the nutrition, the value, portion control, or it's better for digestion, it's the same arguments, but saying that it's better to eat before, during, or after the meal. So since I influence the answers, in fact, he wasn't lying. He was just creating content based on the context that I gave him. And it's precisely the same with a lot of questions and prompts that you do using ChatGPT. So ChatGPT took 2 months to reach 100 million of users. I'm the 3rd person that says that here today. It's true. So all companies are using ChatGPT, even those who don't know. The question is, all business leaders are in charge. Are they in control or control the outputs? That's the interesting question. So all companies can start or must start, and there are different levels of adoption. Let's divide it in 4 different levels. So the first one, awareness. Most of the companies are on this stage, perhaps, so aware of the concept, potential benefits, participating in some conference like this one, seminars, and making some internal discussions, brainstorming, to see if it's the real benefits and implications of adopting this technology. In the second phase, we have experimentation. Some of them are trying a small scale, doing some pilots, doing some proof of concepts, and trying to figure out which use cases have more potential and in which areas the benefit will be bigger. So the third stage of this adoption will be integration, and that's where the benefits will be higher, of course. That's when you start integrating Gen AI with your own systems and processes. So you can integrate with workflows, other applications, and that's where you start having real productivity. And I know some companies that are already on this stage. In the transformation stage, it's more difficult. That's when a Gen AI becomes an integral part of your culture, your strategy, and driving to transformative changes across the whole organization. So many leaders are struggling to get the right use cases. It's true, and I understand it's not easy. The good news is that it's very easy and to test, and very cheap, and very faster than ever before. So I will identify some regular use cases and I will share with you. And in the end, I will describe 3 disruptive ideas. So the first one, I think it's a common one. Everyone, when talk about GenAI, remembers content creation. You can create articles, documents, writing emails, etc. The second one is code generation. And 70% of the code that is generated today in GitHub, or put in GitHub, is created by GenAI. This is amazing, not because 70% of the developers are using GenAI, but because the rest are much more productive than the others. So amazing, but that's the reality today, not in the near future. So workflow streamlining, education support, research and insights are, of course, other type of use cases. Let me share some others. I'm not going into detail in every one because we don't have much time, but customer service enhancement, it's, of course, an area where we see a lot of potential. Other people talk about this today, Ricardo Chaves, for instance. So it's really an area where companies are looking in investing their efforts. Personalized product recommendation, language translation, that's the most basic one. Creative content generation, and this is different type of content, creative writing, poetry, song lyrics, even art or visual illustrations. And visual storytelling, creating videos, etc. So, content editing and proofreading, another interesting use case. Scripting assistant, I can share with you that I've tested and I use it to create some videos and it works very well. So it's doesn't do it alone, but it helps to get real good videos. Virtual AI companions, data visualization, and virtual stimulation and training. Some of the other speakers, and I believe that the rest of the day and tomorrow they will talk about some of those use cases. I think it's really important to understand why we should use and where we should use GenAI. Another interesting information I get from that report, and actually Ricardo Chaves was talking about where they see investing their efforts and talk about customer operations, marketing and sales, and software engineering, not in research and development, but in compliance. But it's true. I believe those are the areas where the potential is higher. So when we talk about GenAI, creating content is what comes to our minds. And of course, it's one of the biggest challenges and the changes, and it's true that have a big potential on that. But I want you to think outside that box, the creation of content, and think that GenAI could be much more than that. For instance, used as an interface with your own systems. When I talk about integration phase, and where they are integrating with other systems, I want you to do that shift. Forget the content creation, and I'm going to talk about this this example. So this is actually not an idea. I'm working with a client in this project, and we did several other AI models, recommendation model, pricing engine, optimization pricing engine. And what we want to do with this new project is to integrate all those models and create a chat advisor for an agent, for a sales representative. So this agent will have the ability to have in their hand or in their laptop an advisor, an intelligent advisor that will help him in their daily tasks. When for instance, is face-to-face with the client and talking with their specific needs, the chat will help him to choose the right questions, and it will help him with the conversation that he can have with the client. But it can do much more. For instance, if the client have a proposal, a competitive proposal, we can take a photo. The photo will get the information about the competitive proposal, and the chat advisor will communicate with the rest of the systems, and he will recommend a new proposal based on the other proposal, and writing the arguments to sell the right proposal. So instead of let me think, let me go and talk with my team, we will have a chat helping the client with that. Of course, it could be to help the agent, but it could be to work in a digital environment, of course, if the client is in the website, for instance, or using their own app. Another example, and in this one I will switch to Portuguese. I think, eu penso que todos nós já tivemos alguns problemas a preencher o IRS e acho que toda a gente gostaria. Hoje vimos o exemplo que o Manuel Dias deu sobre a AMA. Acho que seria muito interessante termos aqui um apoio para preenchermos o IRS. Isto para mim, ajudar-me, eu tenho que confessar, como eu fui quem tirou o curso de computadores na família, então eu acabo por ajudar muitos familiares, e então nesta altura do ano, ou na altura do ano em que é preciso preencher o IRS, é sempre uma dor de cabeça, porque não é simples para ninguém, mesmo para quem tem alguns skills de informática, mas imaginem o que era, podemos fazer simulações ou podemos resolver os problemas com um chat a ajudar. Eu não sei se a autoridade tributária terá interesse nisso, porque os atrasos e as multas são também uma forma de receita grande, mas dá para perceber o tipo de use case e o tipo de projetos que se podem montar em cima daquilo que já existe. Isto, como vos disse anteriormente, esquecer um bocadinho aquela coisa do posso colocar umas facs para ter ali um chat que responde sobre as frequent asked questions ou responde a uns e-mails. Há muito mais coisas a fazer com esta tecnologia. Switching again to English, chat banking. Chat banking is something that already exists for a while and to help with some tasks. But imagine, or I was wondering if we could integrate this with all the rest of the applications we use. Imagine you're using Siri and say, Siri, I want to make a personal loan, 5,000 euros, for instance, or I want to transfer money for my kid. And you will ask, Siri will ask which account you want to use. Of course, you can have all the security, face recognition, and metrics with codes that you can use, but it will help a lot, and it will help the bank also in terms of proximity and being closer to clients. That's the exercise I want you to do. Don't look to ChatGPT as a smart chat that can help people doing documents or other type of text or other type of documents, images, illustrations, or video. It can be much more. And I'm seeing not ChatGPT only, Generative AI has a new interface, a new way of talking with machines, and that's where the revolution comes. So the answer to which use case or how to ask the right questions is in your strategy. It's on corporate strategy, is at home. Find your challenges,